Commuters have spoken of their horror after being caught in the bucket bomb tube blast, which has left 22 people injured. Passengers, including children and a pregnant woman, were crushed in a stampede as terrified people fled, fearing a whole train would blow out. Peter Crowley, who was travelling on the District line this morning, said his head has been charred after a fireball engulfed the train at Parsons Green in West London. Emma Stevie, 27, said people were crushed as they lay on the floor while commuters tried to flee the station. Olaniyi Shokunbi, 24, boarded the train the bomb had been planted on at Putney Bridge and had been listening to music when he saw people scrambling off the train. He said, "There were people on the floor, there was a little boy, I really felt sorry for him, he couldn't have been more than 11. He had scratches on his head, he was looking for his little brother. I was going to go back into the train station, but a woman said don't go back in there, there's people on the floor." Another passenger likened the scene to a horror film, adding there was a mass of people with horrified faces literally running for their lives. Eight victims of the terror attack have been treated at a specialist burns unit in central London. Paramedics rushed the injured commuters to Chelsea and Westminster Hospital. In all, 18 were injured in the blast, with many more injured in the subsequent panic and stampede out of the underground station. Dozens of commuters made a 100-meter sprint after a large flash engulfed the 8:20 a.m. train as it pulled into Parsons Green station. Emma Stevie told the BBC, "We got on the train at Parsons Green, then I heard lots of screams and people saying run, run. We got out, and then there was a human stampede down the stairs. There were people lying underneath getting crushed, a big human pile-on. I wedged myself in next to a railing. I put myself in the fetal position. I kept thinking, I'll be okay, I'll be okay. There was a pregnant woman underneath me, and I was trying really hard not to crush her." The fire brigade was telling us to get back on the platform, but no one was. The injuries from the stampede seemed the worst. I'm outside now, there are women crying and people sitting on the floor. Father of one Paul was making his way to work in Kensington when the bomb was detonated. The 40-year-old told MailOnline, "I was in my own world in a bit of a daze. Everyone had taken the seats and I walked down the carriage to get a seat.It. Really was like a horror film." "I don't remember hearing a bang. There was just a mass of people, horrified faces, literally running for their lives." "I suddenly started hearing screaming and shouting and looked up and saw a stampede coming towards me, shouting bomb." "We were still moving and hadn't pulled into Parsons Green. There was just a smell of burning. The doors opened and everyone just spilled out. Everyone was in flight, they didn't know what they were doing, pushing others, kids, out the way in sheer panic." We arranged ourselves and sorted it out as a group. Then we were all stuck at the top of the steps on the platform. We couldn't go anywhere. Everybody on the platform was really distressed. There was a little boy about 5, it must have been his first week of school, and he was obviously terrified. The most distressing thing was seeing a little boy distressed with his mother. I looked around and saw all these people burnt, foreheads were red. I said to a woman her hair was burned off, but her face was okay, but she was very distressed. She said the fireball went up past her head height to the ceiling. Then the first police officers came flying up the stairs with their rifles shouting at us to get down. There were tons of firefighters, ambulances, armed police. It was very reassuring to see them there so quickly. It really hit me at work when I realized it was a terror attack. And Peter Crowley told the BBC, "I heard a large bang from the doors on the other side of the tube train, and this fireball came towards my head and singed off all my hair. I have got burn marks at the top of my head." Everyone just ran off the train. It was quite scary. It was a really hot, intense fireball above my head. I've just got red marks and burns to the top of my head. There were a lot of people a lot worse than me. I saw a gentleman opposite me in a puffer jacket, and the whole back of that had been burned where the intense heat had got to it. He had burn marks across his face which are looking a lot worse than mine.